I'm JLW Games, coming at you another cool stream/video, and today we're back in the terrain park, and I cannot wait to get into it. When we left off, we created this crazy giant Eurofighter, which is absolutely insane, and what we're gonna be excuse me, what we're gonna be doing today is working on this part of the park and the new section of the park. And we're really going to be working on the scenery around the Eurofighter and stuff like that, which, by the way, this, I can't believe how massive this Eurofighter ended up being. It was intended to actually be kind of small, but it ended up not being so small. But anyways, if you haven't seen much of the park and you're just joining us for the first time, here is a little bit of an overview. We have the entrance here for this park, which the park is currently still unnamed, but we're going to fix that hopefully someday, and we'll see how it goes. So we got bathrooms to the left and ticket booths to the right, which is actually information booths. We're going to have priority passes. This is the entrance. I want to kind of create a turnstile of some sorts eventually in the future, and this is the entrance plaza. It's going to be enclosed by buildings, and as you can see, we do have the fountains, and the clock tower is kind of the centerpiece of this park, which is actually really awesome. And when you enter the park, you just see this awesome B&M invert to your right hand side. It looks really cool, and I love the terrain in this park. It looks really cool. It's really nice, and we're gonna be working right to left, or right, and we're going to wrap it all the way around until we connect to the other side of the park. So this is the first section of the park, which is the theme is flying, pretty much. As you can see, we got the air balloons, the genie ride over here, and of course the little airplane ride that is actually kind of cool. So really nice. And of course we have a B&M invert, which has been inspired by Banshee from Kings Island. And we got a couple buildings, some trash cans and stuff like that. Very nice area to get the park started. It's actually one of the best I've ever created, and I love the queue line for the B&M invert. As you can see, you got the priority pass that takes you straight to the front of the line, which is always nice. And the entrance and everything's right there, and it's looking really good. So we're going to be working on the area over here for this new section of the park. Now, there's going to be this launch section for the Eurofighter is going to be enclosed in a building, a very creepy looking building. It's going to be themed kind of around a haunted type theme. This first drop is going to be an indoor drop, which will also be kind of cool, and because it's going to drop you out the second the ride starts, which is actually really neat. And I was not expecting this Eurofighter to be so big, and I was expecting it to take up less space, so this section of the area might take up more space than I thought it would, simply because this took up so much space in the end. Now, the other promised roller coaster that will be in the third section, most likely somewhere over here, will be that T-Rex track, which will make its way into it. So without further ado, let's get into some creating some really cool stuff. Now, I wanted to start with the building that's going to be on the launch section, simply because the pathway for this section is going to be right up against that launch building, so you can get a closer look at it. I want to make sure these you get really good views of these coasters from a guest standpoint, and as you can see, you get a pretty good view of the B&M invert. Not a whole lot as it goes around the hills and stuff like that, but it still looks pretty neat, and you can see a lot of it, especially the dive loop that goes under the transfer track and stuff like that is quite neat for it. So I might be adding something else to it, but we'll see for that when we get into more detailing in the future. But I'm very satisfied on how this park is turning out so far. So we want to go more of a haunted theme here in this building and stuff. So I kind of want to have a base, use the castle base here for the wall, for the base of the building. If I can find what I'm looking for. Actually, we're going to go with the roof, a flat roof first, and we're going to have the wooden platform. Let's see if I turn on angles. Angle snap is on. See if I can get it straight with this. Yes, I can. Very nice. And we want to make sure this is even as well, we can always adjust it later so it's completely even. That will be good right there. Alright, so we're going to create the bottom platform of the launch section. And the building will go about right here. And that's how big it's going to be. So what we're going to do is go to the castle trim here. And I want to actually think I'm going to keep it this color. It's going to be the base. And we're going to make it outside. So it's going to be kind of the foundation for this building. And I think I'm going to build it out a little bit this way. That way it's not just a narrow building like this, like it is right now. But we'll see how that works. Alright, so that's going to be the base. I kind of wanted to have like a wooden texture, so we can use the wooden walls right there. I don't think there's any other wooden walls. But we'll use these wooden walls. If we raise this up, we'll be about right there. But this is all going to be enclosed at this point. So this will all go right here around the launch section. Because there's going to be a lot of theming around this ride, and I want to make sure it's done right. So we're going to go to roof trims and actually use the roof trim right here to fill in this part up at top here. Just like so. So that is filled up and looks really good, because that is the base. I do want to have some windows that you can actually see through at the top here. So let's see, what can we use? You know, something kind of like this every so often. I think that'd be kind of nice. But I don't believe there's any wooden ones that use that. This is the stucco wall. We don't want to use the stucco wall. And there is actually a wooden one that has the opening here. We're gonna have that in the inside, and we're gonna do it skip every so like that, because we don't want it throughout the entire thing. Oops. That way you can just kind of see it from this way. And this side will be completely enclosed. It's not going to let me put that there. I don't know why, but it won't let me put that there. It's off-centered. I see. Okay. The rotation is slightly off. That's the reasoning. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab the building in general. And we're going to have to move it. The move tool. And we're gonna actually have to take angle snap off here and rotate it just a smidge so we'll fit. Alright, I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay level here. Alright, now I can't even fit it on, period. Oops. Alright, I think that's the right angle right there. There we go. Keeps making this annoying sound. Hear it? Alright, I think that's it's pretty close. I can't get much closer than that, and at least I don't think you can. Alright, let's get back to this. It's great that you can just pick up buildings and move them. Absolutely love that. Alright, should be able to do that now. as for the hole that comes out here, let's go over to arches and see what we can find. I think we're just going to use this for the opening. And so we're going to find a roof that will fit this quite well. I wish they had more roofs that were single like this, but they really don't actually. Like, I wish I had the same one for that purpose, but they actually do not, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to either use this one or go with something else. I don't know. Or we can use a flat roof, which I'm leaning towards right now. And then we can just add details to make it look better, which I think we will do. Alright, so that looks kind of cool. As you're going through here, you're inside of this little building. You can peek out the right side a little bit, where you can actually see the trains, which is actually quite neat. And as it comes, it's not the shape that I really care for, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to walls, and go back to castle wall here, and we're going to build this out a little bit in certain spots, just for fun. And they're going to be that, and then we're going to go to wall. And it's going to be shorter. So we want a shorter wall here. Like so. And we're going to use the roof. We're going to go to flat roof, and we're going to do the same thing here for this top piece. Except the difference with this is we're going to have, take off auto stacking here, we're going to have a roof, slanted roof on this. That will look kind of beat up. I want the... Alright, so let's go over here, and we're going to change the color to kind of this grayish brown, miney type thing look to it. So we add a roof to it. And I kind of want to have a dormer right here, kind of something like that. Looking really, really cool. And then we're going to need to find some slants here. Slanted stuff. I don't know if there's a wooden slant. Yes, there is. Will it fit in there, though? No, that one's too steep. We need a not as steep one. And I don't think there is one. That one's too steep. So we might have to go with kind of like go with the castle one instead. This texture will work out. Will look nice. Yeah, we'll do this one instead. That's like so. And just, we're adding a little bit more character to this building a little bit, making it look a little bit fresh, and that's the goal. And I want to add maybe like a diagonal piece, or a diagonal part of the building that's connected to it, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure that out. And what I'm going to do is actually go out of here, and we're going to create a separate building that connects as well. If we can find the base, which will be this. And it's going to connect around, connect right here. I want to make sure it doesn't fuse too far into the thing, and we don't want it to interfere with or get in the way of the coaster. So it's going to be on the diagonal like this. It'll look really nice. So now we'll go ahead and get our wood texture going here. And we are looking great. Alright, so that will look like that, and if we go to roofs, we're going to go here, and we're going to add, again, the wooden roof, flat roof. Yeah. Alright, maybe not. Alright, we'll fix this. I need to make this side a little bit lower. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the smaller piece here. First and foremost, go over here. Because this piece is going to have to be lower. And now we'll add, go ahead and add a roof and see what happens here as we add this. That'll be under that, and that's what we want. This will be good. We'll be alright. Alright, so that will go right there, and then we're gonna create some more walls over here that use this texture. Kind of like so. In fact, I want to make that a little taller, so I'll add another layer. But some people starting to join the stream. Nice to have you here. And I hope you guys are going to be entertained with this episode, because I'm very excited to see the results of this section of the park. I would like to get a lot done today. That's going to be the goal. We're going to get a lot done today. And we already got quite a bit of done with this. Nope, just go up. Alright, that will be cool, and we need to do something a little bit right here. For right here, we'll add a short wall piece, since we can't go too far up. Like a 1H. Just like so. And we can put like different props and stuff on that. So as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit more character. The main building where the launch section is still a little bit bland, but maybe that's because we haven't added details. And I want to do something with the roof a little bit. I want some slanted roofs on that thing. I really do. But I don't know how I'm going to do that. Alright, so let's edit this building and find roofs and pitched roofs. See, the only one there that's available, if you could change the color of this, I wouldn't care of using it so much. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but kind of wish we could change the color. Or if I used slanted roofs and going all the way up. I don't know. What if we did this? I just want to see what this looks like, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll go to the top. But welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm doing great, and I hope you guys enjoy this as I try to figure this out. So what we're doing is, if you're newer to the stream, we are working on the scenery and buildings for the Eurofighter over here. That is our current mission at the moment, and we're seeing how this will turn out. Alright, let's get the castle slants going on here. as we get that going. And I'm trying this out to see how it looks. I don't know how it's gonna look. There's not currently a name for this coaster yet, and I'm still open for anything, but it's gonna have kind of like a haunted. I don't know about mine, but whoops. I meant to press Control D and I pressed Control X or Z. Alright, we need to add a little bit off more of this. Let's see, what are we gonna do though? What are we gonna do? That's a good question. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Roof trims. We're just gonna, I wanna have pieces on the outside. That'd be, that's not gonna work there. It's not gonna work there. No, I'll write it in a minute. I mainly want to get this building done here. Alright, we need to add a... I feel like it still needs something a little bit added more to it. And let's go into windows and doors. Alright. These random windows don't look bad. At least I don't think they do. And we need to add... let's go to walls, and I want to add kind of a trim here with the wooden planks here. They look quite nice. Can we call it the Headless Horseman? I don't know about that one. Alright, let's go down a little bit. Oh, it's on the outside, that's right. Looking good. Alright, we need to put something on there. I don't know if maybe we should do windows or something else. You guys are absolutely hilarious with coming up names. I should have never asked. Alright, and now a door. No, not that one. And this door is not going to be accessible, it's just going to be for decoration, for people to take pictures with. Alright, we're back with the trash cans again. Are we really back with the trash cans again? Ah, this is looking pretty nice. I want to add some really cool effects since it's the launch. This is something I do want to do. Should we get to some chimneys? Question mark? Yes. I think we should. Let's add to building, rotate it, and we'll put it on either side. And it does not matter if it's even, because this is kind of like a older kind of building that's run down. and doesn't have much use left. We should probably... Oh, what's this? Castle Arch? I haven't seen this piece. I don't know what it... Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. Alright, just every detail we can find. I did not do that. Did not want to do that, I should say. Do I watch WWE? I don't. Back in the long days when it was decently good, I did. It's not so good anymore. Alright, just random. Alright, you guys are getting a little bit... Oh, roof trims. And this. What exists? I haven't seen it. This would be kind of cool. At least I think. I need more decorative or something up here. Maybe we should add more planks, or the wooden beams would be kind of cool. Or work well, anyways. Just holding the structure together. Alright, that's quite nice. And if we go to windows, I do like these. But will they fit? And can you change the color of them too? Yes, you can. Let's go with not that yellow. Whoa. This has some very strict coloring to it. We can go white, but I don't want that. So this is what I'm gonna go to. Let's go ahead and go into scenery and special effects, because I want to add some smoke or something in the windows. If I can find where everything is. It's this way, and sink it down like this. Yeah. We'll do the same thing to the other ones. Pretty cool launch, because you'll be launching through, and you can see, if you look to the right, you can see, boom. I'm liking this building so far. It's looking good. All right, let's go back to the building parts of it, and we need to work a little bit on this little guy right here. Add a door, possibly on this side, because it needs one. They all need doors. Just like that. I like those doors for that. But thank you guys so much for joining me, if you are. Well, of course you are. If you weren't, you wouldn't be hearing me say that. But this park has been very exciting, and I've had a lot of fun making it. So, and very excited for this next section of the park. I think will be really good, or really cool. At least I hope it is. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is actually go here and let's stacking grid height. We need to go here to grid size, grid height. That's not what I wanted. We'll do that separately. Alright, so we need to start building the pathway over here a little bit. Here in a little bit. Well, let's see how this is looking from this point of view. Pretty nifty. Just wait till we get to the station building and stuff. That's gonna be a interesting way of how I'm gonna fix all this too. But we'll get to that. But I wanted to mainly focus on this building first. Okay, so let's add some more details to this. You never go wrong with the wooden posts. Especially with the kind of theme that we're going for. These work very nicely. But as I said, I will ride them in just a short bit after I pretty much complete this building over here. We'll go ahead and take it for a spin. Alright, I kind of want to have a base as well, so I usually go to roof trims is always a good spot to look for these. And just do an outside. Whoops. Kind of like that. I'll leave that one empty. It looks better empty. But yeah, look at that. Looking quite nice. Kind of an interesting type of building so far. I still feel like it's missing something, but I can't put my finger on it. I never can. Okay, let's see. If we get to some windows and stuff onto this one. Why on school day? Because it's one of the few days I have off. That would be why. And I like to get stuff done on my days off. And this park is way too expensive. Oh my gosh. No time for Undertale. This is Planet Coaster. In fact, I'm going to silence my phone, so I don't have any interruptions, like in every single stream someone tries to call me. It's kind of annoying. No time! Ain't nobody got time for that. Not one bit. Alright, let's ride the ride and see what it looks like with that building. Of course we're going to have to do that. I don't know where we're at. This one's towards the end. Alright, let's go to this one because it's at the beginning. I can't wait to see what this building's going to look like because it's going to have... This is all going to be enclosed, at least the first part. The drop is going to be enclosed in a building. So literally the first thing in this ride, you're going to be dropping down. Pretty steep drop. small but steep, getting you straight into the vertical lift hill, which also has a lift. And we got quite a few trains, because the trains have little capacity, and you're going to need those. And also see how smooth it is. We might have to make some adjustments in the ride itself. Alright, we're waiting for the next car to hit the next block section. So I'll let that wait. It's a pretty fast lift hill, too. And we get a nice view at top for like not even half a second. Straight into an Immelmann. Nice and slow. Like, I was expecting this ride to be pretty short, but it ended up being pretty long. Which is interesting itself. And this is the first Eurofighter I've actually ever made. Like, pretty much ever. And everyone's saying, so laggy, but that's not the stream. That's actually the game itself. And it's not even that laggy, I don't think. I had to adjust that launch so much just so it would make that Cobra roll. Alright, we're getting towards the end of the ride. And of course, we're in a block section, so we gotta wait. But look at that view of those hills. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Drop us down. Some quick, tight turns into this, like, helixy type thing. To the end. Fantastic. Alright, the building was pretty cool. It's starting to get dark. What's that music? I love the music to this ride. Wow. Alright, so time to create some pathways. For the most part, I do want to keep the same colored pathway through the entire park. Had some width here. We're going to turn angle snap off. I don't know why I turned it on. Anytime I'm working in terrain with this, it always is like, it's really laggy. Which is always interesting. Alright, so we're gonna turn it this way. The pathway will go up to that door, but we'll build it off of this one. Alright, so a little bit of a circle there. Just a slightly less wide pathway coming through the middle here. Can I not connect to that one? Yeah, I can. There we go. I like to have a lot of paths, or wider paths. You said every coaster. I didn't say every coaster. I said I'd ride this one. But I can ride this one too. It's not a big deal. But I want to get a lot done, and when we're doing POVs, we're not going to get as much done, so just so everyone knows. And we're at the end of this ride, so we'll wait till it starts again. You know, the POVs aren't going to be as good, but because we're in game and it's going to be a little laggy. But once we get done with the park and have that nice cinematic video of the park, it's going to be nice and smooth. At least I hope so. I don't know exactly how much longer this park is going to take. We're going to take it step by step, and I'm not rushing this park ever, just so everyone knows. There's no rushing parks, because everyone wants me to go straight into roller coasters right away. I don't do that. For this one, we're going to go section by section, detail each little spot as much as we can until we move on to the next one, because I always leave out stuff that I didn't want to leave out. So, alright, come on, second train. You're taking too long. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Sometime today. I should have just switched to the other train when I was on the other one, but oh well, here we go. This is the B&M invert that has, yes, been inspired by Banshee from Kings Island. Which I have to say is pretty awesome at night. Pretty exciting. Look at that sunrise over there. So pretty. The colors in this game are so good. Yeehaw. Surprisingly very smooth too. I've ridden this so many times in the streams. How long have I been streaming? About 42 minutes. The only thing I've really done is create the building around the launch section of the Eurofighter. That's all I've really done so far. But hey, it's looking pretty good. Alright, looking great. Alright, now back to getting stuff done. Alright, this park is coming along nicely. So this is what we've done so far, is build this, and a little bit of a pathway, which I just did literally minutes ago. But anyways, let's get down to the scenery parts of it, and just detail. Alright, nature. I love nature. Get some nice trees in here. Pretty trees. Let's get the big colorful one. Oh, look at that building. Pretty cool. Let's get some bushes. And this is going to be kind of like the haunted area. So we're going to have a lot of these around. And some kind of colorful but dead looking plants. So it still looks pretty, but goes with kind of the theme over here as well. Alright, let's grab a pathway here. Just like that. Alright. Time to create some fences. And I want to use this kind of fence. So move way over here. it's an appropriate height here. And it'll be connected to this. And we'll build this over here the way we need it. Like so. I do like this fence. It's simple, but it works for what we do. Quite a bit. Oh, that didn't connect real well. Dang it. Now I gotta start all the way over. Goodbye. Hope to see you later or soon or whenever. Have a nice day. Hope to see you again. Thanks for joining. Sorry, someone was saying bye and goodbye, so thought I'd say goodbye back. Alright, so this fence will go along here. That's what I forgot to put on the building. Lights. Lighting. That's one thing we're gonna have to do. At least when it gets dark again. This fence will work quite nicely over here. At least I hope. It is so far. Ah, dagnabbit. Stupid things weren't. Can I just do this? Yeah. That stinking thing is popping out. I didn't even realize it. No. You're not allowed. I don't know how I didn't realize that. Twist you a little bit. Connect. Like that. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Am I gonna have a pathway over there? Probably. Alright, so we're gonna finish this fence right here. Call it good for right now on that side, because I don't know if I'm gonna add some pathway over there. Or not yet. Alright, so now we're gonna go back to editing this building. And we're gonna go to lighting, under decorations and lighting. And I'm going to add a lot of these lanterns, because I love these lanterns. Because they look great. This is haunted. Boo. Right there. Hooray. Dun 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 dun. Dum ba dum bum dum ba dum. Alright. This little spot's annoying me, so we gotta add something in it. A bush. A random bush. Path extras. Don't litter in my park, or I'll kill you. Alright, I want to do something about the entrance of the genie ride, because this glitch is just... Okay. Yeah. Come on, let's get down there. Plenty of benches and trash cans for everyone. And let's not be obsessed with these trash cans. And benches. Alright, area is looking quite nice as we've begun construction on the new area. Now, where are the other rides going to be? Now, we obviously need to make the entrance and everything for the Eurofighter, so we're going to make sure we have room for that. Because this will be one of the main buildings, one of the main things. Alright, so now that that's dark, let's go here to props, lights, camera, and action. Put some lights on here. But what color? Kind of a eerie yellow, maybe. Around the area. Ah, scary. This one's gonna be kind of purple. I absolutely love these lights. You can do so much with them. Like, purple's just always a scary haunted color. Alright, that worked. Alright. Looking cool. Alright, we need to figure out what flat rides we're gonna have here. Probably Gears of Fear would probably work quite nicely. But where would we put this ride? Probably somewhere like up here. It'd be kind of neat. And we need... maybe an Insanity, I don't know. Just trying to figure out the theme that would go best. The cube's kind of interesting as well. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna put. I think I got this. Alright, so we're gonna create a path layout here. Just a little bit. Make the width a little bit bigger. Have a pathway kind of wrapped by the coaster. And we're gonna just have a lot of crossover paths here. Look, it's a face. Ah. That'd be kind of similar over here as well. Kind of like a cool little plaza type thing, ish. I have a shorter, smaller path. Come around here. Yeah. Lots of paths. That's what I want to do. Alright, now we need to work on this area over here. very interactive coaster right here. At least quite a bit. You got the launch section right here, and of course the entrance building. Alright, this is going to be tricky to figure out a path layout for the entrance and the exit, and working around all this coaster is going to be always a challenge, but we'll get it done and we'll see how it works. So I think I'm going to have, well, we'll see how it works, have a, maybe, the entrance is going to be on this side. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. So let's edit the building here. It's going to have a similar thing to the other one. It's going to have a base of the castle wall. I'm going to start out with some wooden pieces here on the outside. And we got to remember this first drop is going to be indoors as well. Alright, so this is going to be right there. And we got a idea of where all that's going to go. So let's go to this piece. This piece will be our base. I'm going to do doubles here. And it's going to go around our area. I think that's correct. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be correct? Oops. And bring another piece in. Make the base of this station. Oh, did I go that far out? Oh well. I was gonna do that anyways. Always tricky when there's a lot of coaster around. Alright. And now for the wooden buildings. The wooden pieces. That will go right here. Alright, the first drop will also be indoors, so we will keep that in mind. Darn it! Alright. So that's going to end up going there instead. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete these. Going to select all of these. And we're just going to move it. And I need the bottom pieces too. Move. Come on. No, no. Do what I tell you. Just like it. Okay, so we gotta make sure we don't interact or get too close to the coaster track, which is always a challenge. Like, always a challenge. So let's go ahead and get these in here. And we need to create kind of the archway. For the station. This will also be like that. Like so. build this wall. Do. Always a long process. That'll be the entrance. Kind of that part right there. We will have an exit right here. Alright, grid size, I'm going to turn that down so I can put one right about here. Give the operator a little bit of space, because he needs a little space sometimes. Kind of like we're going to make a little operator's booth here. Because he deserves it. Alright, can we get a... What am I looking for here? I'm looking for a... Let's go to arches. See if this will fit in here. Not without fighting textures, but hey. As long as we put a roof on there, I don't think that will be noticed, or actually it won't come out, so. Exit and entrance. Yeah, this is kind of looking like a nice little station in here. Because this will be the exit, or the entrance, and this will be the exit. It will work quite nicely. And we need to patch up the rest of these walls here as we try and complete this. Okay, this one will need a full wall, I think. Maybe. Just do a ton of 1H's until it's patched up. Like so. Oops. Didn't want to do that. I want to... Probably this one? No, we'll just 1H it. Whatevs, that works. That works. Not picky. As long as it doesn't have fighting textures or battling textures will be good. Go where I want you. I want this down here. That's all probably gonna be messed up, but oh well. It doesn't fit properly. So we gotta, you know, do things like that. It's too dark, I can't see. Here, we'll just put this across. Like that. I just need to fill in the holes. Stop fighting, you dang textures. I didn't tell you to do that. put a little bit of roof on the head here. Alright, I think I know where I'm going to do with the thingy. The queue line, but first let's enclose this drop. Because that's kind of important. I wish it was lighter out so I could see, though. It's kind of dark. These are dark times. Turn the grid size back up so I can put these in the appropriate spot. Alright, and wood. I need my wood. Wood. Because you are gonna go here. Yay! I can see the light. I can see the light. It's finally here. Alright, can I put a tunnel here? Oh, not like a tunnel, but a thing. Oops. Alright, and this one should... No, it's not gonna fit. Of course it's not gonna fit. Why would it fit? That would make no sense. Alright, so we need to place a bottom kind of here. So it's not so That's gonna have fighting textures. Darn it. I got an idea. We'll patch it up somehow. Whoosh. Lots of work stuff still to do on this. But we will succeed. I can promise you that. Gosh darn it. No matter. Alright, here we go, roofs. It is not wanting to work with me. By any means. But that's okay. I will accomplish the goal that is given. We will succeed. Huzzah. Of course I can't do that. Why on earth would you let me do that? There's so many fighting textures right there. So many. Not even a wooden railing could go there. But we will fix this. I promise. Alright, so what I have in plan for these battling textures is always just to put something over the top of it. Like that. Works like a charm most of the time. Unless, of course, you got the roller coaster in the way. Then there's not much you can do about it. Windows. Something scary. Alright, I got an idea. Don't know if it will work, but we'll figure it out. This is your nightmare. Where am I looking for? These. Along with these. And we might as well decorate this side a bit. Just to even it out a little. It's starting to come together. Very slowly, but surely. Alright, we're gonna have some cool effects for these tunnels and stuff as well. It's gonna be really nice. It's going to be the bomb. It's gonna be sweet and awesome and cool. Cool, as I'll say. This Eurofighter is really coming together quite nicely, if I do say so. It is quite the spectacular view to see this ride come just like boom. Like this park is coming together quite nicely. And by no means is it probably going to be the largest park in the world, but boy is it going to be nice. At least I hope. That is my goal, that it will look really awesome. I just want to do something random here. Just to give it a little character. And something different. Not that one. Not that one. Change the color of this to brown. Like a brown-ish type color. Kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? Whoops. We'll start from the top and go down. That's always the best situation to do here. Alright, and then you can just whoop and go whoop and place it wherever you want. because this is going to be kind of a almost an observation deck. POV. Sure, just give me just a moment. I kind of want to finish at least the thing of this, the basics of this. The basic elements of this building. Let me finish this roof. Or let me do this roof real quick. I'm gonna spire this thing. Yeah. Not bad at all. Okay. Everyone wants to see it again. Let's find a train that's at the beginning, right here. Alright. And it's getting dark. Kind of exciting. I love how it just dives down. You can't even see what's ahead. Wow. You go out of the tunnel. I don't know if I've ridden this in the dark yet. Look at the coaster go. That's so cool. Wow. You just see all the different cars going. I think I got 5 cars on this train. On this. I'm not entirely sure. And up the lift we go. Oh, Immelman. The bank turn, of course. The first, or the next inversion, the twist and turny. And the twist and turny, you can't hardly see anything, it's so dark. And then, of course, there's this inversion. Wow. Then when you think it's over... Oh, look at that. It launches you into the Cobra Roll of death. And then you're like, oh, are we broke down? No, you're just at a block section. You have to wait for the other train to finish the ride. Of course. And here we go. A drop turn seems like it needs to be banked more. It is a very long ride, I will say that. A lot longer than I thought I was going to make it. But since I added the launch section, it kind of made it a longer ride. That is true. I think the station building will turn out really nice in the end when it's fully done. It's going to look quite nice. I love just seeing it drop. That's awesome. Alright, there's your POV. I can't find my mouse. It keeps going off my screen. There it is. And look at this Eurofighter. Holy crap. It's starting to come together. It already looks 10 times better with buildings and more scenery around it. Really, really cool. Alright, so I hope you guys are excited of this park as I am. Let's get into scenery here. Just some nature and some trees. And since we're going to go in the theme here, we're going to be placing these guys around. Just like that. Look at these dead trees. Let's get a bigger... Let's get that large one right there. And we'll put it over here as well. And then we're gonna get like some dead plants. That's so stinking. Some lifeless plants. Because now you're in the haunted part of town. I need to get my creepy laugh down. I really do. Probably put a little bit of green in there, but not a whole lot. Alright. So at this point you're just like going from this fun flying world where I'm flying to this really depressing, scary depths of the earth of haunted spots and areas. Alright. Like, look how much limp and lifeless this area looks compared to the rest of the park. It's funny. Alright, let's place a couple benches. Because this is sort of a plaza here. As long as we place some trash cans, we'll be good. And as long as the guests use the trash cans, we'll also be good. Man, that's awesome. I'm so proud of myself. Look at this. Is it the best buildings in the world? Probably not. You know, I'm not the greatest builder out there. However, we'll change the color of this to match the rest. At least a little bit better. Alright, and I had an idea for this part, since I can't build anything there. At least some way and somehow I want to patch it up. I want to get the smallest rock I can find. Oh, wow. You're being so strict, man. Just place some, like, have some rock work here if I can just get that corner. So something happened here. That they don't want you to know about. And then we're just gonna have like... Come on, small rocks. Where's the smallest rock I have? Because that's the one I want. I want the smallest rock. It's this one, right? And I want to make it look like it's fallen all down here. Something interesting happened in this spot. But what? It's always a mystery. I don't think I can cover that up. Oh well. It looks still pretty good. I covered up for the most part. just to give it kind of an eerie look. And then, of course, we're going to add some special effects to make it look even better. I want a... Let's see. Gonna add some fiery effects here. And we're also gonna add a little bit of smoke. To add a little bit of, that way we have smoke coming from the flames, and it looks a little more realistic, as you can see. Yeah. And it almost creates a little near miss element right there when you go around this spot. Oh no, you can touch that fire. But it looks cool. It adds stuff to it. Alright, so what I want to do is we're going to click on this and we're going to go ahead and place the entrance and place the exit. And let's try and figure this out. Alright. Let's add a queue line to the entrance. Can I add black on this? Poop. Nope, get level. Alright, we might have to do some adjusting on that. Come on. What are we gonna do here? I don't know what to do. Alright, let's try and go the other way. Actually might work out the way. This may or may not work at all. Straighten out. There you go. Alright, this will all look good in the end. I always say this because it will look a lot better. It really will look a lot better in the end after I add my scenery objects and stuff. Alright, we're going to rework this actually a little bit. Queue lines always have to be so complex and difficult for me. Uh, Alright, we can adjust and get rid of that wall as needed. Like, this is great path and scenery interaction, I will say that. But again, this will look, it looks terrible right now because it's just the raw, queue line. But I got a plan. We're gonna see if this works the way I hope. Because it's already kind of interesting. Because we gotta go accommodate the exit as well, which is gonna be a challenge itself. Ah. How are we doing this? Alright. So if I do that, that actually would probably work. Maybe? I don't know. This is so hard. Alright, are we able to put path under there? Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Well, probably not. I don't know if it will actually let me do that. But we're about to find out. I want to try and go under the station, but I don't know if it will let me. So we're about to figure this out. Edit the building, and we're going to figure this out. Together! So if I create a way for the path to go under here, will it be successful? Alright, looks like we can actually. We're just gonna have to I'm sure it'll delete all the supports when we're done. Or when we place the pathways. Alright, so pathway. Go right here. Is that really the smallest width there is? I feel like that's quite large. Level out. We want to level out. Alright. Alright, we'll adjust it. We'll adjust the everything here. Until it works. Alright, can we level out now? Yeah. Oh, this is so complex, and oh, you can't do that. You can't go out there because of the coaster. I knew that was going to happen too. It's just... Alright, so if we go out this way... Go down, go down. There you go. And actually connect with the pathway here. That will work. Alright. So the exit will be right there. The coaster will go over it. And as you can see, we have this complicated exit. But you do get some more observation areas for, you know, the ride being on the exit. So that will be kind of neat. And as you can see where the queue line is, this is going to be very complex. And very difficult, because now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with the queue line, as well as it goes over the top of the exit pathway. It's just it's gonna be a very complicated design. So now we need to adjust everything here to work out. So we're gonna have to edit a building. We're gonna build the walls on the inside here. Gonna delete these. And we're going to create walls here. I don't know what I'm doing. Just go to the category, Joe, and do that. So what we want to do alright, and we'll wait to patch that up so we can get inside here. I wish I would have had this figured out beforehand, but we're all good. Because it's hard to build on the inside when you've already put walls up and stuff. Oh gosh. There it is. There it is. Alright, and now we can patch this wall back up, so that's enclosed. And make an way out here. Great. Alright, so that is good and taken care of right for that. We probably, as you can see, you can even see the thing right there. We probably want to put a... If it doesn't work, it's okay, but we're going to see if we can't put a roof on the top of this to cover this all up. Where is my roof? Where's my roof at? Alright, we want to go flat roofs. We're going to go to the wooden platform, and we're going to go back in here. This is tough to work around. I can't see. Oh, actually let me place these here. That's it. It's actually pretty nice. I don't know if that patched it up the way I wanted it to, but there's so many things in the way, it's hard to work my camera. Alright, that looks good. Alright. Whew. This is truly complex. Trying to get this down. Alright, let's get rid of that wall That goes right there. And we're going to add walls around it so it's not just like, oh, a queue line right there. It's actually going to be covered up by the building and stuff. So, to do that, we're going to need to add some of these under so it looks more like a roof for the exit. Like so. We'll double it up here. Whew. You want to talk about some challenging here. This is pretty challenging, to say the least. Okay, I need to figure out where this queue line's gonna go, so I can figure that out. So my plan is I want most of the queue line to be back over here, out of the way. As you can see, it gives some really cool observation areas while you're waiting in line. This is going to be enclosed though, but there will be windows so the guests can kind of see the lift hill as it goes up. It was not intentional to have this be so complex. It's just ended up that way, and it's so dark over here I can't see a thing. So we're going to wait until it's daylight. Whew. It usually doesn't stay dark very long, so we're going to pause it as well so we can get that going. Alright, it's 5 in the morning, should be daylight coming around. So we can see. Let's get it to, there we go. Just a little bit more. So you can see the sun coming out. It's a brand new day. Alright, let's pause it as well so we can keep our daylight out and work here. Alright. So we're going to work the building around this pathway. And let's get the layout or the outline for it. Again, I didn't expect this to be so complex, but I guess I kind of threw that out myself since kind of threw it all myself, making this area the way it was. Alright, so we're going to have the foundation here a little bit higher up. Go this all the way to the ground because we're working on a hill here. So this is going to be kind of hilly. Alright, I think we're good there. Alright, for the flat parts, we will use the flat roofs and continue to use the wooden parts here. Wherever we can. So it'll be built up under here. And we'll Patch that up. So we can actually use the slanted parts here for the stairs as well. We can use it for that. Alright. Alright, so let's get some walls up here. Build around this. So we're going to need the wooden... I keep forgetting to go to wall pieces. It's a lot quicker. And I want to have this enclosed, but we're going to have windows there so people can still view everything. Yes, I know there's battling textures. That there is. And I'll try and patch those textures up a little bit. Actually, this piece, or this part right here, we're going to have open with fences and stuff. So this part will be enclosed. This part will be outside, though. So we need the slanted roofs. It's right there. I only have the steep one for the wooden. Dang it. Guess we're gonna have to use something else just for that piece. I'll just change the color to kind of match it a little bit. I mean, it's not gonna be like match, but it matches-ish in a way. I'll go there. We'll use these 1H pieces. It's like no matter what, you're gonna end up with fighting textures. I really try to avoid fighting textures as much as I can, because I really don't like them. They really do annoy me. Like a lot. So I usually try to cover them up if I do end up with them. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Don't know, because this wall is actually on the outside. So we can avoid fighting textures on this one. Just like that. Alright, so it's starting to look a lot better. I might want to add a post coming down from here. So that has some support. Like so. And maybe even some archways, I don't know exactly. Look at this. It's starting to come together. Now we want to have... thinking about adding like wooden frames here to support this. Like that. Just for fun. To hold that up. We need to make some fences, or nice fences around this section. And we want to use, I think it's under here. No, it's under, where was it under? It was under where this. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's kind of odd that it was under that. And they're there, but whatever. Guys, I can also slant this on the slants. Like so. If needed, and we can just use the advanced tool here to get it exactly where we want it. Alright, so enough of that. And we'll put it almost there. Put that right there. There we go. How nice. How nice. That way the exit kind of has some observation. We need to add a lot of detailing, try and cover up some of these battling texture areas. Or fighting textures, as you can see, are like these spots right here, because I do not like them. I never like them at all. But it also gives a nice observation area for the lift hill and stuff like that. It looks really cool. And this is a very large, or this building's starting to become quite massive. But at least I was able to connect the exit to the pathway. And we still have another big challenge ahead of us, and that is trying to figure out where this queue line is going to be headed. That is going to be a challenge itself, trying to figure all this out. Where's this? Is it still the same color? Or did it go back? It looks the same color. I can't put that there, because the track is in the way. That it is. No matter. No matter. Let's use the 1H here. Quite odd. Indeed. Alright, let's see if we can't make an archway. Not without going through the queue line, of course. So let's get rid of that. Let's see if we can't use the framework and turn down the grid size. Yeah. It still goes through that, but can I go one more? We'll go like that. Oh, this is so difficult. I wish I had half pieces. Alright, we won't do that. Oh, my ears are hurting from wearing my headphones, so I gotta take a break from that. Alright, so let's find some more of these so people can observe everything up here as well. That path is just hanging over that edge there, isn't it? Let's see if we can't find out a way to get rid of or change that a little bit, because I don't want it hanging over the edge unless I made more of add it onto the building, but I don't know. So to do that, we're gonna have to kind of do one of these numbers. No, go this way. But I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, it's not going to work. So let's try turning angle snap off. This will be fun. I'm up here. Yeah. Let's just keep with what we had. At least for now. We just gotta work with what we got. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you would like them to. So if I get a slanted, for fun, say a slanted roof here. Yeah! It's actually gonna work. That's funny. So we're gonna use this roof here. To do that. And let's create another flat roof at the bottom. Let's also do that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. But the bigger question is, will the slanted walls work being placed up here? Ah. No. At least not on that one. Okay. You win this time. And we're going to delete that and use this instead. I'm going to use the stone wall for this. Get that 1H in there. Should be alright. Work it from the bottom up. This truly is interesting and trying to be as difficult as possible, but we're prepared, man. Let's see, am I going to be able to build this down? I can. Because this outside part has like no supporting on it whatsoever. And there's no way I'm going to be able to build a wall there. So let's actually turn down the grid size and make a support in the middle here. And just supports anywhere we can find it. Pretty much. Any supports we can add. actually kind of want to build this all the way up for fun. Alright, we can actually build a wall right here. It'd actually work. So we're going to do that. And we'll make it match with the wooden pieces. Right here. Close enough. Yeah. Just look at this station, man. It's so big. Gonna go up here, down and around. Build that like that, and we're gonna try and cover that up somehow. Don't know how yet, but we're gonna do it. Alright, flat roofs. Not quite in the clear yet, but we're getting there. This queue line will definitely be adventurous. No doubt. We get some roof. And we'll have this one a slightly different color. We'll keep it this red color. Keep us fresh. We're just gonna keep changing like these all different colors on. Make it a little more eye-popping for each section. Alright, and this one we'll just make the dark gray. And we'll use the castle walls for it. Look at this massive station. Jeez. Alright, lots of detailing and more to go as well. Alright, we can be a little bit more kind in the comments section. Because the last thing I'll have is stuff like that. So here we go. Do I want to close this? Probably will want to. We're gonna have to get rid of these supports. At least somehow. We'll get to it. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is get this queue line going. And it's going to come down this direction. I almost want to make it go underground to go under this part right here. And this ended up being a lot more complex than I thought it would be. But man, we're getting almost to the, well, not nearly, but we're almost to the halfway point of the park area, which is actually very awesome in itself. So I'm really trying to think this out of how we're going to do this, and in the meantime, let's focus on this here. See how this looks. I'm going to try something. Use the castle wall right here. And then go to fencing. No, it's under, I keep forgetting where this is under. It's under doors and windows. I keep forgetting. And here, twisty turny. Here. Here. Welcome to the stream. And I'll have one here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it will look nice. And let's actually, I want to add some lights here as well. I don't have any of the city. What happened to those? At least put these up here as you find the entrance to this coaster. All right. Now we also gotta find out how I'm gonna make the. It's another challenge in itself is where the priority pass is gonna go too. It's gonna be very, very challenging. This whole project's really challenging. Because I've never really worked this hard on a station before, and it's still not where it's going to be in the end. That's for sure. Still a lot of details and patching up to do for this thing. Because we're going to have to fit priority pass in there somehow, somewhere in the mix, which I have no clue how I'm going to do. The coaster's just everywhere right now, so it's kind of in the way of everything. But man, this Eurofighter was so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I was not expecting it to be this big. Okay, so that... So we'll... Alright, let's take care of this. We're going to have to build around it as well. Now another idea is I could have it go over the top here, and we can create a kind of a tunnel-y type building here, or make this this first turn also indoors as well. Alright, so now we get to go into the awesome queue line. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to build a structure under this. How do you get the alpha? Well, you can't now. If you haven't already bought the alpha, you will not be able to play until the beta. That is, if you got the Thrill Seeker edition. The Thrill Seeker edition gives you access to the beta. If you got the regular edition, you won't have the game until November 17th at release. So unfortunately, if you didn't buy the early bird edition before the I think it closed down at the 25th of August, you won't be able to have it until the beta if you buy the Thrill Seeker edition. If you just bought the regular version, you won't have access until final release. And of course, I bought the early bird edition as soon as it came out, because I had to have my hands on this game. Like, as quick as possible. I always do. Alright, I don't think there's any roofing that will support this. Alright, so we're going to build this structure and see how it goes. It's pretty much just going to be adding on to the building. Stuff like that. The building's already massive. My computer is being really loud right now. I don't know if I should be concerned. I do want to put a lot of theming into this queue line when we get to the next part of the queue line anyways. Keep that outside. Alright. And we'll build all the ones I can around the structure, or the coaster itself. So we don't want to get in the way of that. Alright. Whoops. Nope, nope, nope. Because we gotta work around the coaster. Just for a queue line. This is all for getting the queue line where it needs to be. That's insane. But it adds more detail to everything. And when it's all done, it's a very gratifying time, because it's just like, oh, it's done and finished, and yes. Hey. Alright, we're gonna make this as low as we'll go. Alright, so I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a rock entrance here. You're having tacos. That's awesome. Tacos are really good. It actually sounds pretty good right now. I wish I had some tacos. But I don't. This is a problem. Right. Alright, Alright, so the support structures here, it's all there. I don't know why I decided to put that outside. Let's go ahead and make it inside instead. Look at this. You're just walking up. You're gonna walk up to this and just be like, "Whoa!" And I also I want the entrance area to be right here, and it's gonna be slanted right here. So we have a slant on the building as well, and then it'll have this awesome entrance, and all your queue line is gonna be built into the hill here, and it's gonna have some really cool theming and stuff like that. It will be really neat. Just look at the distance here. You can see the B&M invert. It looks really nice. Alright, so we need to build some walls. On top here. Oops. Don't know where that piece went. But most likely in a spot I didn't want it to go. So you're just gonna have this coaster flying over the top on the queue line. I mean, it needs all this needs a lot more detailing, but man, am I happy of how it's looking at the moment. Swear that one did, but that one didn't. It's all good. This is all going to be kind of interesting. Alright, I kind of want this slant to be kind of outdoors-ish in a way. Actually, let's find some roofs. We're going to have this slanted roof here. So what kind of coaster is that? This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, which I've never actually personally been on one myself. I'm sure they're pretty good. At least I would think they are. Alright. This is all so interesting. This structure is just to make it work. It is pretty ridiculous. But we finally we're doing this. I will say that. And wall. And we'll close this up. On both sides. Ah, yeah. Alright, so roofing. What red did it use? What's that default red that it uses? Close. Alright, we're about to figure out if I can even do this. Hopefully the slant's not too much for the coaster. Hopefully we can place it here. Yes, we can. The other side, I think we'll clear too, because it's even further away. Yeah. Never in my mind that I'd figure out this. Didn't think I would figure this out, but I have. Woo! Just look at this massive structure supporting this coaster. It's absolutely amazing. And I love it. It looks, there's so much, different shapes and sizes to everything. It looks really nice. It just needs some patching up with some details and stuff like that, because it does look very plain, at least for right now. And then I might add a little bit more to the launch building as well. I don't really care for the shape of it, and I want to add a little bit more outward or something like that to make that a little bit nicer. But man, the structure of this thing is... Whew. Alright, let's do what I was going to do here. If my camera will cooperate. Alright, so what we're going to do to patch all this up is just use some rock work for the tunnel here. A little bit. We're going to use this rock kind of on the ground. And a little bit here and there. No. Don't know what to do, just add lots of rocks. They patch up everything really well. Thought I clicked on this. I clicked on this one like 3 times. Oh, make sure this doesn't go over the... It does. Dang it. Not that it matters too much. I mean, it can, but... Depending on how you look at it. Alright, that'll work. For that. The rocks will reign supreme. Because there's so many of them. And we will fight to the death until this is done. here, 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 and here, and here, and here. Make sure you're under that. Just gotta rotate it until you get what you want or need. So that's quite interesting. Ah! Alright, let's put it at the top, up here. Just gonna do some rotations so it looks a little bit more natural. And we'll patch it up with these little guys here. Make it look good. Sorry, I'm like, why would I want the rocks to fight to death? They're inanimate objects. They don't have feelings. It's okay. Trust me. They don't have feelings. The rocks have no feelings. I don't even know why I was rambling on about. I was just... like, I wasn't even thinking. I was just trying... sometimes commentary just works that way. You just ramble on and for no reason. It's like a hole inside of the building right here. Whew. Oh, breather. Breather. Neck's starting to hurt. Ah, but we got this. It's no problem. No problem. This needs some supporting. And I support it. 100%. I support this building 100%. No, you need to go inside like everyone else. Get out of the way there. Ugh. And a floor. All right, it's getting kind of toasty in my room. A little bit toasty. Get these all situated. Situated in the moonlight. Alright, how's that look? Quite impressive. Most impressive. Alright, queue line time, and we'll definitely need to be doing some detailing on that. So for this, I'm actually going to keep it the same building. edit the same building. Keep it on its grid. And we're going to create sort of a foundation for the path. Can I ride the coaster soon? Yeah. We shall ride it again. As for terrain, and some trees are gonna have to go bye-bye. I worked so hard in placing all these trees, and now I'm just deleting them. They had so much potential. So much potential of the lives that these trees have. And now they're gone. I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. I hate getting rid of my trees, man. I don't do it. I don't do it at all. I don't like deleting my trees. Trees are my life. Alright. Building a foundation. For this. You need quite a bit of land here, and those trees are now floating in midair. They just refuse to go down. Okay. 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 I might actually delete these for... Actually, go to paths, queue line, now all this is flat. We will create the massive queue line. And then everyone will be mad because they think the queue line is too long. Like they always do. Alright. Queue lines always look dull and boring at first, but once you add a little bit of scenery, a little bit of charm, they start to look a little nice. Quite nice. We're going the wrong direction. Hey, just make snaking, just to snake them out a little bit. And then occasionally leave some grassy spots for like scenery and stuff. It's always a nice idea. Go this way a little bit. And this one's got much wider pathway. Queue line. So I'd say we're about good here. All right. I got a little bit of an idea for this spot area, or that land right there that's open. And now let's create the ticket booth entrance for this. And we're gonna have to go a little bit with the terrain to smooth this out. Make sure a pathway can get up there. Smoothly, smoothly, smooth. Oh, wow. Is Planet Coaster worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Whew. Not a bad queue line layout. And I did use wider queues for this one. But just so you know, before you buy it, you won't be able to have access to it unless, or at the moment, until November 17th, unless you buy the Thrill Seeker edition, which you'll have access to the beta, which doesn't have a date yet of when that is going to be released. So just so you're aware if you buy it now. Because I don't want you to go, oh, I can't buy it, and you told me to buy it. Don't want that to happen to you. Alright, mate. Looks like that will be okay. Bye. I'm guessing you're leaving? I'd assume so. Alright, lots of terrain to mess with here. Alright, we got the entrance all set up. Park is really coming together, just like he said. And it still has a lot of detailing, especially this building. It needs a lot more details to it. But man, that Eurofighter. That Eurofighter. Alright, we need to look at expansions for rides in this area, because there's not a whole lot of room to work with, because this Eurofighter was a lot larger than I originally anticipated. So we're going to extend kind of this area to be a little bit bigger. I think we'll have about 3 areas. I think they'll be good. This area will wrap around, maybe around right here, be pretty even, and we'll add all of our flat rides and shops and stuff around this spot. Then our third area will take up the last bit, and the T-Rex coaster will probably be in around that area as well. So how late is it where I'm at? It is currently about to turn 2 o'clock out here, 2 o'clock p.m. It actually is 2:02 p.m. at the moment where I'm at, and I started streaming Oh wow, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 41 minutes. I haven't even noticed I was streaming that long. Holy poop. Holy poop. But anyways, alright, let's create a building here like I originally planned. Like that. And we need to create the layout and foundation kind of where it's going to go. So it's going to have the same kind of feel to it, so we're going to go ahead and stick with that by using the castle 1H here. It's 20:03 p.m. Guess where I'm at? No clue. Actually, I have no idea. Alright, let's kind of curve it this way. Only do it once. That way it fits like a glove over here. But we're gonna have this fantastic entrance building, kind of, right along here. That will attach with this, like so. Alright, so this foundation coming together. At least that's what I'll call it, foundation. Build all the way around here, and now we can start building the walls up. And make it what it's supposed to be. This is just mainly going to be like a awesome entrance building for the ride. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, we need to build walls on the side too, to make it work the way I want it. Alright, the wall peeks through just a little bit, but it'll be fine. Alright, there's that. All the way to the top here. For that, and then we need to make a foundation piece with the castle wall, which will go down here for it. That way there's something there, because it's not built on level ground. I love working with terrain. It's a lot more challenging. Oh, how'd you get way up there? It's so much more challenging, but it's a lot of fun. Alright, so this one's going to be slightly slanted over here. You can see this coaster is going to definitely be the main attraction for this area of the park, since it takes up a lot of space. which might be an understatement because it's just ginormous. This whole structure is just huge. And, you know, I've been trying to figure out what is going to be my main, or the, you know, the kind of the main part of the chain. And I've been really leaning towards this one. A lot of people say, I've had some people say no, because I originally was going to make it a midway park, but this one just looks so much nicer in my opinion. Or it's coming along a lot nicer. And they, you know, there's plenty of, I've heard statements that you won't have any room to expand, but there's going to be plenty of room to expand in the future. You know, you just never know. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's try to start making the top of the roof. Get in there. Oh, gosh. We'll figure that out. Somehow, but we'll figure it out. We can always use rocks to patch this stuff up. Always. When in doubt, use rocks to cover up certain things. Alright, we'll have the gray over here. Kind of the gray. If it would stop doing that. Alright, the main part. Right here. I'll tell you what, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Alright, we'll need another flat piece here. And we've been using the wooden pieces a lot. This one will actually go down here. Yeah. Alright, we need detailing. Detailing is the main part that we're gonna need for this building, because it's absolutely ginormous. I love just looking at the lift hill right behind it. It's kind of cool. And then you got the launch section. Ah, it's so nice. So cool. So cool. We have these lifeless trees here, but I still want to add some green a little bit in there somewhere. Alright. Let's take a look at some wall signs. We're just gonna do MISC. See if we can't find an old-fashioned sign that will work here. That will look kind of cool. With a combination of that. Now, I wish you could actually put different, text in these signs. That'd be really nice. I'm sure eventually they'll be doing that. No doubt. Alright, we'll place these lanterns as well here. Also on the sides. And we need windows and stuff to decorate this stuff this up. Just up quite a bit. Alright, let's get slightly different sign. Slightly different windows over here. So the detailing looks a little bit more natural. I'm going to place this up here for extra details. Detailing. Whew. This has been a stream. Without a doubt. Alright, time to fancy this up a little bit. So we're going to smooth this out over here. So that looks a little more natural. Alright, so priority pass. Whew, tough one. Okay. So, I've got to figure out how to get something like this to over here, or at least up here. So it's not, you know, But, let's figure this out together. Alright, so let's go to the ride. We're going to go to settings, enable priority pass. So we're going to place the pass entrance. Which will be towards the entrance. Place the exit, and we got to connect the two. So I could potentially put it somewhere over up here. Alright, let's plan this out. So we could have it travel maybe up inside this building and connect it to this spot. I mean, there's still a bit of a wait time, but if there is a long line, you don't have to wait and all that. Just a thought. So as for the exit, I think I'm going to lean towards somewhere over here, actually. Because that does actually skip all this line. Granted, there will be a wait, but it won't be as long and all that jazz. Now, I'm going to have to rip apart this building I just built a little bit to make this work properly. But, hey, that's how it works sometimes. So we'll rip that up just a little bit. We'll go to this building and actually tear this up a little bit. Go back to this building. Or we can have it actually change the entrance to the right here, and it can connect very flawlessly, a lot flawlessly here. So let's go back to this. I have to actually click on the ride. So we're going to change the location of the entrance to be right at the front here. Alright, so let's add a queue. Let's make the queue the same color. And always a difficult task ahead. I don't know where it's at. There it is. Alright, excellent. Now we gotta patch this up. Instead of trying to get it super ridiculously close to the entrance, you know. You know you're not a big baseball fan, but what did you hear about Jose Fernandez? I don't even know who that is, which shows you how much I'm not a baseball fan, but so I couldn't tell you on that. Period. Sorry to disappoint. Alright. We want to keep the theming going here. So at least have a floor. To walk on. Is that gonna have battling textures? A little bit, but you can't see it because it's synced into the ground. Pretty much. So we'll keep it away from here, which will work for us, and actually build a wall at this point in time. Yeah, that'll work. Work quite nicely. Why is nobody in the chat? I don't know. It's a good question. It's actually kind of slow for the chat, to be honest. I'm tangled up in my headphone cord. Alright, we can delete that. At least I hope this works out correctly. Alright, so what we're going to do, to support these, we'll use rocks. Use our rocky structures, like usual. Because that's how I like to support my pathways. I can't get in there. And we're gonna have to delete the roof for right now. To give me an opening to take a look inside. So is the coaster going to a theme? Yes. It does have a theme. It's kind of like a haunted, I wouldn't want to say mine, but almost like a haunted building theme. In the old in an old washed up town. That is haunted. So we're gonna always do the thing. Because this building's gotten so very much complicated. You're having Domino's. Hasn't been delivered yet. I wish I had some. Pizza sounds pretty good right now. In fact, I haven't even ate lunch. Because I've been streaming this morning. I started streaming at like 11 something in the morning, and now it's like 2:30, almost 2:30. Ah, gosh. I should probably I want to get this all finished, or this section finished first before I do anything. That is one thing I want to do, is get this coaster building, at least the layout of it, all finished and all dandy. So okay, let's do this. Let's just do it. Alright, so let's get the roof taken care of. It's going to be raised a little bit for this priority pass. We'll make it as tall as this. This can stay the height that it was. And we'll need one more height here. So this will be this tall on this part. And we'll build the wall up. When does the game beta come out? I do not know. I don't believe they've made an announcement. If they have, and someone knows, please tell me. I would be interested as well to know that information. But as of right now, no, they don't have a release date for the beta yet. If I had to guess, it would be sometime in October, right before launch. So I'm going to assume probably like the last week of October, if I had to guess. Or maybe 2 weeks before the last week of October. Something like that. So they get time to fix the bugs and stuff before final launch. I should make a video on how to get the game for free. No, because that's illegal for one, and you shouldn't have done that. I will not do that because I prefer to stay out of trouble. And I honestly don't know how to get the game for free, and I have no interest in figuring out how to get the game for free. I don't do stuff like that. And if I would inform everyone to stay away from doing stuff like that. That's the easiest way to get into trouble. If you want your game, you know, to probably work properly in the first end, you're going to want to actually buy it from Frontier. But you can't get the alpha anymore. Easiest way to get into trouble is to kill someone. That too. That's a pretty easy way as well. Alright. Look at that, we patched that all up. This is kind of a little, but remember my advice. How do you patch stuff like that? Rocks, of course. There's no other way. See, look, it instantly looks better after placing a couple of rocks. On the topic, it's amazing that this game's still in alpha. Even in the state it's in. Can you imagine what the full game is going to be like? Because I cannot. It's going to be so awesome. Like, I'm super pumped for when the game fully releases. The inverted coaster is like Banshee from Kings Island. You would be correct. You want to know why? Because it was heavily inspired by Banshee from Kings Island. At least the first parts, you know, with the drop turn, the dive loop, and then the loop over the lift hill. You know, after that, it kind of gets a little different. I mean, it still has a zero-G roll right after that. So, but I love Banshee, and it was a really fun roller coaster. And I got to ride it for the first time quite a few weeks ago, but... What's the release date? The release date for Planet Coaster is November 17th. That is when the final game releases, and I'm sure, of course, there is going to be a lot of updates after that. Whether they add some, you never know, they might have some DLC available too in the future of the game as well, which would absolutely be awesome. Like, say, you know, a lot of people want to make water parks, you know, maybe they might have a similar thing like RCT3 with a soaked expansion or a wild expansion with, you know, animals and stuff like that, but you never know. You know, I never got into like the water park stuff as much. I love focusing on the dry parks. And I've gone to Cedar Point, yes, and Millennium Force, I have ridden it quite a few times. I rode it both in the front and the back, and it was a lot of fun. It was one of my favorites there. But by far, Maverick is definitely number one on Cedar Point's lineup for me. I just could not get past Maverick. You like Terrain Park better than the Midway Park? I have to agree with you on that one. Because this one, I've gone so much more into... I'm more in a pace on this one. And each park I create becomes more and more better in my opinion. Or becomes better in my opinion. Because I get more experience. And this one, I've just focused a lot more on detailing. And then the Midway Park, and Midway Park's almost complete. There's probably only like 1 or 2 more episodes of that. Then we'll have a cinematic video as well for that. It's Rougarou, I think is what you're trying to say. Which used to be Mantis, but they rethemed it and added the floorless trains. That one's actually pretty good too. I only rode that one once. I mean, because it wasn't the biggest, you know, ride there, but it was still a pretty good B&M in my opinion. I did enjoy it as well. So we got a lot done in this stream. I mean, we've built all of this scenery, this pathway here, around right here. I mean, a lot obviously still to do, but man, we've gotten a lot accomplished, I think. Alright, we're gonna have some torches in this queue line to help light it up. I can't wait to start seeing guests use this stuff. Would I like to ride Main Streak after the RMC makeover? Absolutely. Of course, the biggest rumor, it is RMC'd. It hasn't been officially announced, but there has been, the RMC truck spotted. I actually, one of my friends has a friend that works at Cedar Point, and I got those, saw some of those pictures, and that the person took himself. So those pictures aren't photoshopped, guys. The RMC truck is there, or the crane, or the truck with the crane is there on park. And a lot of people are saying it's going to be in 2017, but I don't see it happening in 2017. I just don't see it happening in 2017. RMC, I think it'll be a great RMC if that's what they're doing. You never know. They might tear the entire thing down and make an absolutely different roller coaster. But I'm leaning more towards 2018 because I feel like they probably would have announced it already. And for 2017, they're focusing on their water park. So I don't see them focusing or having a new roller coaster pretty much in 2017 as well, because they're going to be focusing on the water park in 2017. And then, of course, the RMC in 2018, which is, I do think it's going to get RMC'd. I don't know whether they're going to convert it or if they're going to completely make something new. In my opinion, I hope they keep it wooden. I hope it stays a wooden coaster and they use the topper track rather than the all steel track. Because I also saw a picture that there was a lot of wood, stacked up that they were going to be using. I think they wouldn't have enough space for an RMC, but we're talking about, since Mean Streak closed, that's plenty of space for an RMC. That's going to be plenty of space there in that area where Mean Streak is. I did ride Mean Streak once, and I only got to ride it once, and they took it, and it's been closed down. Because I got to ride it, thankfully, before they shut it down. I mean, I'm not going to miss it of what it was. I only rode it once, and it'll also be my last ride because obviously it's closed down. But if you like Mean Streak, great for you. It was just too rough for me. And I usually don't complain about rough coasters, but because I do like, there's some coasters out there that are rough, but I still enjoy. But just Mean Streak, I didn't. I mean, overall, you look at Mean Streak, the structure was impressive itself. And, it was huge. So it did have that going for it. And it had, the stats are all there. Did I ride Top Thrill Dragster? Yes, I did. I rode it twice. I did watch a little bit of the funeral, but not that much. Richard M. Crosby, RMC. A lot of people have been going stuff about that, saying, are these hints? You never could, no, knowing Cedar Fair, that might be, but it still could be coincidence. You never know. You actually just never know. Alright, let's add a little of that there. Whew. But look at that. This is all that we got done today, besides the coaster layout, because that was already done. But we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. And from the entrance, you can see this stuff pretty well if you're standing here. All you can really see is slightly a little bit of the Eurofighter, but so far back in the park that it's going to be hard to see. But from this view, I absolutely love this view. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the view from right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Need to finish the entrance plaza and have the left side as well. But the flying area is pretty much complete. I mean, there'll probably be some minor stuff to add here, but minor little tweaks and stuff like that. But overall, it's pretty much finished. And then, of course, you have this area, which is absolutely great. But this area is starting to come along, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I know it's gonna be kind of saddening since is looking so great right now, but still a lot left to do in this area. But we're getting it down to the wire here. So, but that's about all I have for this stream, and we'll hopefully return very soon. Hopefully not as long as between the last one. I have to go eat. I am starving right now, and I just have some stuff to do around the house, and I have more videos to work on in the future. And I know you guys don't want me to end it at how it ends every single time, but I have other videos to work on. I need to finish before I leave. I will go ahead and ride this just for you guys. But let's get a top on here. I do want to finish up Midway Park and get that one all completed. Oh gosh. Alright, let's start from the beginning. Look, the rock's just poking through. But we have been streaming for over 3 hours, so after this POV, we're going to go ahead and end it. Oh, that tunnel is kind of neat. And the structure to the right just looks kind of cool as well, just being there. It adds more character to the coaster. But thanks for everyone that has joined. It's been really fun, and when we come back, hopefully we'll get into building some flat rides in this area and finishing up this area in general. It might take a couple episodes, or a couple of streams, but we'll see how it works, or shows. We'll see. Awesome, Emmelman. Okay. Twisty turny. Alright, another brake run. I was wondering how this would look being so close to the... Yeah, it clears it pretty nicely. The smoke coming out of the windows. Launching out through the Cobra Roll. Epic. Do most of your fighters have any Cobra Rolls? I haven't really seen any with any, but this one does. Look at that view of those mountains. Those are so cool. I love that. I wish there was trees outside the fence too, you know, or the way, you know, work area. So it looked a little more natural. And a turn. And that is your POV of what's been a very interesting time here. But that's the POV. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next stream. Thanks and goodbye.